Good evening, everybody. I just want to make sure this is actually live before I start giving you all anything important because my Wi-Fi's not been amazing today. So I just want to make sure that I am actually live and you can all hear me, and that there is actually some people on who are going to benefit, or at least I know there's going to be some people who will watch it later. So today I'm going live to tell you about the resources that I have on my website so far. Because I've had lots going on, it's been a bit of a whistle stop kind of, this is what they are, go and play with them. And I've had some questions about how each of them are going to work, how each of them are adaptable to children, and how they'll benefit the whole family as well as just the individual using them. So I wanted to take some time to kind of go through that with you. So I can't actually show you them live, so you're going to have to listen to me and maybe go on the website at the same time so you can have a nosy. The website is www.misstinks.co.uk/resources. Okay, so I'm going to go on this now, then I can show you what I mean. So the very, very first resource, the 30 days of self-care, I designed that with the idea in mind being that I know that each of them are scientifically proven to help mental health and well-being somewhere along the lines. So some of them are good for different parts of your brain. They get different chemicals released to help make you feel more peaceful, to help make you feel more calm, help deal with anxiety and stresses and things like that. So the idea behind this one was that there's 30 things you can do. You can do them in any order depending on which suits you, what you've got going on that particular day, if you've got any plans, if you need to be anywhere. But really, you can just kind of pick one that suits that particular session that you've got, that time that you've got, and make sure that you complete it. The reason that it's important to do them all, and the reason why they can be done in any order, is because they all achieve the same thing. Like I say, they're all scientifically proven to release some form of chemical or something in your brain, or just some emotion and some stress reliever to help everybody cope with what's going on. The good thing about the fact that it's a 30-day thing is that once you've tried everything, what you might find is there's certain activities that you find that you enjoy more or that you feel more benefit from. That's why I've added in about the reflection at the end, just to see how you feel before and after, like a bit of an evaluation sort of thing. Because from there, what you guys can do is look at it and go, actually, yeah, do you know what? On that day where I had a bath before I went to bed, I actually felt an awful lot better. Or do you know what? On the Sunday when we baked, I really enjoyed that because we'd got the afternoon. That's going to be something that we put into like a more permanent schedule and do more often. So use it as a tool to identify what you will and will not benefit from, what does and does not help your mental health. I mean, some people might really enjoy baking. I enjoy baking. Personally, I find the aftermath of it incredibly stressful, so I don't bake very often. But getting in the bath, I always feel better after a nice hot bath. So it's about finding what works for you, and it just gives you 30 different things to try, at least give everything a go, and then you can make an informed decision and you can make a plan of where to start. Because I think that's the most important thing, is a lot of people don't know where they're even going to start. So at least with that, you do know where you're going to start, because you've tried a bit of everything, you've tried a few different things, well, 30 different things to be precise, and you now know what works for you a bit better. The next thing that I did was created some coping affirmations. I wanted to look at positive affirmations originally, and I had seen somewhere before something about coping strategies and read somewhere about some coping mechanisms and affirmations. And I thought, you know what, that's going to be a better line to go down, a better train of thought to follow, because positive affirmations work if you're ready to be in that positive mindset, or if you're already in that positive mindset. And it gets a bit compound effecty. A book by Darren Hardy, very good book by Darren Hardy. It gets a bit compound effect, so the more positive you are, it kind of spirals and snowballs. But if you're not ready to be in that mindset, it just feels very false. I struggle with positive affirmations, I must be honest. It always feels like I'm kind of putting it on. And there is an element of fake it till you make it, don't get me wrong. But coping affirmations are a really powerful way of going, do you know what? I'm not okay. It's all right that I'm not okay. I'm going to kind of get my head around the situation, and then I'm going to do something about it. And the coping affirmation is that first three, like, I'm not all right. It's all right that I'm not all right, because I'm going to do something about it. And they're different things. Again, the first two are definitely something that can be used for adults and children. They are something that is really, really powerful. The 30 days of self-care, do as a family. The coping affirmations are definitely more of a personal thing, but something that can be shared with children. I think a lot of mental health needs normalizing. Not feeling okay is fine. You know, that's okay. And it's good that recognizing that is a really important step, So if you can look at a situation and go, this isn't all right, I'm not all right, but this is how I can look at fixing it. You don't even have to have a game plan straight away. You just make a game plan to make a game plan, if that makes sense. And that's what the coping affirmations are all about. So again, they're a personal thing, but they can be adapted to be used with children. It's definitely something I would be sharing with my children if just to normalise that mental health and that stigma that goes with not coping very well. The third one is a reflection journal. Now, I like my reflection journals very much. I keep a bullet journal. So it's all the way over there, otherwise I'd get it. My bullet journal is very important to me. I carry it everywhere with me. If you ever see me without it, then please call somebody, because I'm going to need help. My journal goes everywhere with me, and I spend a lot of time reflecting at the end of the day. I don't keep a journal daily. I don't always write it down daily, I suppose, but it is something that I do. It's part of my habits, is to sit down at the end of the day and go, right, what's gone on today? Good things and bad things. You kind of collect a timeline of what's happened and your events that have gone on during that day. So that first box on the journal is everything that's gone on, good or bad. Then you've got the what have I achieved, because actually it's important to find the very small positive things that have happened, even if it's like at the moment, I know for some families it's as simple as we were all up and dressed before dinner time. That is a win. Take it. Be proud of the fact that you've managed that, because that's something that is worth celebrating at the moment. No matter how big or how small, you've got to go for it. You've got to be proud of what you've achieved. So I always think about what's happened, what I've done, like what I have achieved, and what I'm grateful for. Being grateful and being that kind of like humble kind of roots approach is so important. At the end of the day, I get in bed and every night I'm thankful for the fact that I've got a nice warm bed to get into, for a start, because there are plenty of people in this town, let alone in this country and in this world, that are not going to bed in a nice, warm, comfortable bed tonight. And I am so thankful that I am one of the people that doesn't have to be in that situation. And that is an incredibly powerful experience, sitting in bed at night and just reflecting on the day and realising that you have achieved things and that you are incredibly lucky. And let me tell you, you wake up the next morning with a bit of a fire in your belly to go and do it all again. And that's where that compound effect comes back in, because it just snowballs then and it just keeps going and going and going. The reflection journal is probably designed at older children and adults, but it's definitely something that as an adult, again, I would be doing verbally with young children. What's happened today? When you get them in bed, what's happened today? All right, how did that make you feel? Okay, well, what have you done today that's been really good? Perfect. Why should we be really grateful? And the grateful talk is something you would probably do together. You probably wouldn't expect them to come up with a lot of ideas individually, but children are quite reflective, and when you have that discussion with them, what they come out with is incredible. So it's worth having that conversation. You'll be amazed at how humble little people can be and how grateful they are of different things. It's an important one, that one, really, I suppose. Then you've got the 30 days of caring. Again, it was quite similar to the 30 days of self-care, but it's changing that onus around to your impact on other people and keeping in touch with people and making sure that people are connected, staying connected and maintaining and building new relationships. Very important thing to be able to do is, especially at this moment in time, we're going to have people are getting very creative with the way that they're maintaining their relationships. And this is just a reminder at the moment for the fact that we are all it is very easy for us all to get trapped in these little bubbles of what's going on in our households, because we're not leaving the household that much at the moment. So it is good for other people's mental health, because you're keeping tabs on them, seeing how they're doing, and you're showing that you care. But similarly, it's doing you some good as well by getting in touch with these people and arranging and doing these different things. And, depending on what gets said over the coming days and weeks, and as lockdown is possibly lessened or however it's going to work, take the opportunity to continue communicating with people and take every advantage you can get of seeing people and spending time with people, if that's the way that things are going to go, because it's so good for their mental health, and obviously in turn that contributes to your mental health. Again, the 30 days of caring is all things that can be done with the children as well, or children can take that on board and they can get on with it too. The next one is mind, body and soul. Now, mind, body and soul was something I actually saw and I've adapted. I've not made that from scratch myself, because I don't think mind, body and soul, to be fair. I'm not a particular, I am a holistic person. I am a very pastoral person, but I don't sit there and think of things like that, actually. And I've took that because it gave me a lot to think about and a lot of food for thought. So what it is 30 different activities again, but some dedicated to helping your mind, some dedicated to helping your body, some dedicated to helping your soul. Well, it's very similar to the 30-day stuff that you've seen before, but I would recommend doing it in a particular order, because if you do all your mind activities, you'll actually end up a little bit mentally exhausted. If you do all your body activities, you'll end up physically exhausted. And if you do all your soul activities, you might find that you're quite philosophical and quite at peace with yourself. But then you think about your mind and how your mind's not been mentally challenged and how you've not been physically challenged, and it can counterproduce itself. So use that as a balance. Try and do one of each every day, kind of vary it up a little bit so that you're keeping a healthy balance among throughout your whole body. Again, something that can be done with children, probably initiated as a family kind of perspective, not something that I think a child would pick up and do on their own. Okay. And then the last one that I've got so far, I have got more, but this is the one that I've uploaded today, is called Motivated by Music. Again, something that I've seen and adapted. It's not completely my own creation. I have adapted some of the themes, obviously, to suit more children, to suit families. But I'm insanely motivated by music. I am incredibly motivated by music. Anybody that knows me knows I've either got music on or headphones in. I couldn't get, if I need to get anything done, I've got headphones in, because it motivates me incredibly. But it can motivate me in very different ways, and I'm sure anybody else who listens to music enough will say the same thing. The reason I've picked 30 different types again is so that as you do the different genres of music and the different styles of music, and what's pertinent to you, you'll start to notice how things make you feel and how certain pieces make you work and make you think, and then tune into that and tap into that and use it to your advantage. So find songs that motivate you and then play them on a day that you need to be motivated, on an activity that you need to get things done. So all of these activities can be done individually, can be adapted to use as a family, can be adapted to use with children, but they can all be done in any order. But like I say, the mind, body and soul I would definitely recommend doing in a balance, so you're kind of doing a bit of everything. But most importantly, they all are helping you tap into your understanding of your own mental health and well-being, so that you can understand better how your body and mind works, and you can use the tools that are becoming available to your best advantage. You can find what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and you can go from there and really start to build on bettering and just generally becoming more aware of your own mental health. Because when you know about your mental powers, your mental health, your well-being, it gives you an increased motivation. You can start to tackle your own problems. You can start to self-regulate more, and this is a skill that we expect children to be able to do, and like regulate and sort themselves out when they've had arguments and this, that and the other. But a lot of adults struggle with it because they don't tap into what makes them tick often enough. So hopefully the resources that you've seen so far will help that and will help improve that skill within yourselves. And I'm going to keep producing more. I've got more ideas. If you see anything that you think I could adapt, or if you have anything that you think you need from me, more importantly, I can work on that. I can get that done. I'm trying to blitz through the rest of the 7 Habits book because there is so unbelievably much I can help you with through that. So I'm trying to get that done this week. But anything that you think of, anything that you see, anything that you hear about, let me know, because if I can help you in any way possible, then I definitely will. So I'm going to let you guys go, because obviously I'm aware that I've been on for 14 minutes and 13 seconds now, and I'm going to share this video and the link to my website, to my resources, so that you can catch up. But please just let me know if there's any issues. Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, I'm on them all as Miss Tinks. Somewhere along the lines you'll find me. But please just get in touch. If all else fails, go on the website. There's a contact link at the bottom. It'll direct you to my email. But let me know if I can help, and stay strong and be good and take care, and believing really is just the beginning. You've got to have a little bit of belief in yourself. Use these resources to help you, and you'll be able to do wonderful things.